We are actually going live on Facebook right now. In a minute, we'll be on Facebook. Okay, we are live on Facebook. All right, everyone, welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode of Ask Faith segment. Thank you, my audience, for coming live with me. Thank you so much. I want to thank every one of you that are here today. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we have interesting questions sent to us. You can't believe it. But before then, let me thank those people that have been sending me questions. Thank you very much for entrusting your questions and sending me questions. We'll do our best to advise you the best way we can. And of course, we have our audience that will also shed light on, the question that you're asking today. Okay, so so my Facebook people, please continue to share this video. Please just continue to share. Press the share button because this video is going to help one or two persons. Trust me. This question that we have today is let people know that yes, I'm doing this. I'm not an expert in this field in terms of, I'm not a professional, but if you need a professional help, by all means, you should meet them. Okay, this is clearly an opinionated show. Okay, Ask Faith segment is where you come to if you need any help in terms of, if you have any question that you're battling with, we can answer it based on our experience and opinion. We have our audience that can also help you out. Okay, so beyond that, if you have anything that is really, really pressing, please, I will encourage you, seek the help of a professional. I repeat, seek the help of a professional. If it has to do with mental health, if it has to do with counseling, by all means, I beg you, seek the help of a professional. So with that being said, I want to thank my audience for coming today. I want to thank those watching from Facebook Live. Thank you very much. This is weekly segments. It's every Friday, 4 p.m. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. You want to be part of this show. You want to be part of this family. Every Friday, 4 p.m. I beg you to join us next week, Friday. If you missed last week, Friday, go and watch it on Prestigious Talk Show page, okay? This is a space. This is a safe space for everyone. Come here and let's talk, okay? Ask me or I will ask you. This is a new edition. It's different, okay? This is a space whereby everyone can share their own opinion. And please, I also beg my audience, please, we should not judge anybody. If they are sharing their own opinion, it's clearly an opinion, okay? Do not judge anybody. Everybody have different viewpoints. We don't have to have the same viewpoint. Trust me. You can see 9 as 9. I can see 9 as 6. That doesn't mean you're right or that doesn't mean I'm wrong. So we are here to clearly talk about, to say things from our own perspective, the way we see the world, okay? The way we see things, that is why we are here. So if you have any question that you're battling with, come here and share it with us. And if you want to remain anonymous, of course, we'll do that, okay? If you want to remain anonymous, send us your message, tell us, and we will not share your identity, all right? Thank you very much. So yes, welcome viewers. Please continue to share this video because today is another exciting segment. We have questions, series of questions. And for those of you that have been sending me questions, if I didn't attend to your question, I am sorry. Of course, I will definitely get to your question because we have different emails sent to us, different questions, but I'm happy about that. Thank you for entrusting your questions in my hands and in the hands of the audience. Thank you all. So just a recap from last week. I have an audience that requested that we have to talk about last week. So it's just going to be, we'll give that just 2 minutes. And for those of you watching, we're a little bit late. Yeah, we started about 4:15. Okay, so we'll go a little bit over too. This section is 1 hour section. So I want to make sure that everybody benefits that 1 hour. I came late a little bit. I'm sorry about that. So I have an audience that said she would like to share her own opinion with regards to the question that was asked last week. Okay, yes, that question we just want to, is a recap from last week. And somebody said she would like to address, shed light on it too, which is good. Okay, Amelia, if you're watching, this is a question that you raised last week that almost caused commotion it was really, really interesting. So this is about Emilia. If you were not here last week, Emilia, she's from Cameroon. She sent us a question. She was confused about something. She said she has a boyfriend that lives abroad, and this guy loves her so much, and he takes care of her financial needs and everything. But her problem is, she said she don't love him, and this guy is even planning to take her abroad. He has been sending her things. She doesn't love him, but she don't want to say no in terms of what she's benefiting from this guy. So she's thinking of the material things that she's benefiting from the guy. If she say no, which means everything will automatically stop. And she doesn't even know what to do. She says she's confused. She's in between. So this was the question from last week. I'm just doing a recap because one of our audience requested that she wants to share light on it. Of course, our audience will definitely respect their honor their opinion too. So yes, so I'll just go ahead and let our audience, if you still want to share light on this same question, go ahead. But we only have just 5 minutes before we can just go into today's questions. Okay, so yeah, please go ahead. Unmute yourself if you want to share light on the question that I just told you. It was a recap from last week. We dealt with this question last week, and somebody says she would like to shed light on it. Yeah. So as I've said before, this is a space, it's a free space. We can all share our own opinion. It's clearly an opinionated space where we can discuss and, ask questions. So it is not about me, it's about all of us. So go ahead, whoever wants to shed light on the question that was from last week, please do so, please. Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Just a little addition. Although I listened last week, I couldn't add or say nothing. Every answer were very right. But from my own perspective, according to Emilia, a lot of people said she was a gold digger. She's not in love. But with me, from my own perspective, the way I see things, I might see things in a different way.
Yeah.
If Emilia give the man time, with time, love can develop. Yes. And besides, Emilia is in Africa. The guy in person is in abroad.
Overseas,
so I think overseas. I think distance, like they say, can be a barrier. Distance can be a bottleneck for the marriage to grow. They've not stayed together. Perhaps if the guy goes to Africa, he stays like a month or 2 weeks. They've not really bond. We don't have to be judgmental. Oh, because she's a gold digger, she doesn't love the guy. If we reflect back, some people that are in marriage, the first time you might not love the guy. Let me say per se, you might not love the guy. With time, love develops. Yes, love builds. You can go to any counseling club. It depends on the frame of the person, on the mind of the Emilia. With time, to me, if Emilia is listening, Emilia, if you don't love the guy now, it doesn't mean that you will not love the guy in future. A lot of people are in marriages. The first time they might not like the man, because they don't know two strangers coming together. With time, the marriage will develop. The man, you will say, oh, this is the type of character that I like the man possess, So we as individuals, we can always go back, reflect, and then we take it from there. Emilia, if you are listening, probably with time, the marriage or the love will develop.
Okay, thank you very much, Sister Lizzie. Thank you so much. You can see why I love this show so much. We hear from different point of view, different perspective, and for those of us, as I've said before, we don't want to be judgmental. Everybody they see things differently. Okay, from what you've just said now, this is another beautiful advice. Emilia, you can see that people, they've been advising you from last week. So it's not left for you to make the decision, okay? This is clearly an opinionated advice. So we are just trying to ensure that, yes, you choose right, you do the right thing for yourself, okay? You're the one that is actually in this situation, but all we are just trying to do right now is to give you different advice. It is not left for you to make your own decision. And in all, I wish you all the best in your decision making, okay? So think about it. Think about all the advice that you've been given through this show and utilize the best for you. And again, let us know the ones that work for you, okay? Thank you very much. All right. So if anybody
Hello,
has any, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just I wasn't here last week, and
Okay, thank you, Catherine, for coming.
Now because I'm sleeping, I'm in my bed. So
that's fine.
So what I want to tell Emilia is I am not being judgmental, but I need, while you're making your decision, know that love is not a feeling, that is not that emotion that you actually feel that make you like hi. It's not the let me say the Western type of love. You understand that love can come in a different form. All I'm saying is examine yourself. It's not love is not that thing that takes you up and down. Those are just emotions, those are feelings. Love is deeper than that. So while you're making a decision, study to understand the kind of love that you have and that you want, and that will actually help you in making a decision. So that is all I have to say in that, because I really was not there this week, but I actually want to tell Emilia that if you say you love somebody, it's not those feelings that you get. It's deeper than the feelings that you get at that moment.
Okay. Thank you so much, Catherine. Thank you all for actually helping out. I think, Emilia, trust me, you benefited from my audience. So thank you so much. So, okay, let's digress into today's question that was sent to us, because we have a lot. That depends on how we are going to address it. We have interesting questions. So I'm just going to go with this one first. This one is more of a picture, but I will try to read it. Okay, it's a picture message that was sent to me. Yeah, I will see. 1 minute, please. Okay, before I go to the picture, okay. It said, "Hi, Faith. I have an issue that I really want you and your audience to help me out with. But first and foremost, before I talk about it, I want to thank you for doing this show. You have created a space for people to air out their opinions and experiences. Thank you so much. So this is about my mother. I love her so much, but there is something she does that I don't really like. My mom acts as though she wants to be 17 again, so bad. She dresses as though she is a teenager. Sometimes when we go out, men and boys will be asking her out, and it can be so annoying at times. I have told her times without numbers to dress her age. Yes, I understand she's just want to be happy, but at this time, I don't know what to do. That is why I am contacting, this is really long. That is why I'm contacting you. Okay, at this time, I don't know what to do. That is why I'm contacting you. Please, I need your help on how to talk to my mother. All right, audience, please, we need help. Okay, this person is anonymous. So she's confused. She's not happy with what her mother is doing. She says she loves her mother, but her mother wants to be a teenager again. She dresses as though she's 17. You know, when they go out, men will be asking her mother out. Even young boys will be asking her mother out. Please, we need your help, audience. Okay, go ahead.
Whoever sent the message, first of all, before I answer this question,
yeah,
I want to know if the mom is married. You know, so you don't blame her. Okay. Probably the mom didn't have time to explore her teenage age, okay. So she want to bring it back to light. You know, basically, I don't know the age of the mother. Yeah. The mother might be very young. She has missed her time. Now she will just want to. If I were her, I would just leave her. One, if we are going to ventilate a lot of, conversation, yes. We want to ask the mother's age, if she's married, or how young the mom was before she gave back to her first daughter. She didn't have time to explore. Now this is her time. What the daughter should help her mom do is sit her mom down. Mom, do you want a relationship? You can dress in a very good way, modesty, so she don't have to be upset with the mom. She sit her mom down, talk to her mom in the language she will understand. One, again, we don't know if the mom is in Western world or she's in Africa.
Yes, true.
So these are the questions you have to ask. Yeah. You can't just say, because we are not there. We don't know the scenario. We don't know. so we won't be able to unpack a lot. But to me, the message I will pass across to her.
Yes.
I'm not a counselor or an
Yes.
advisor. Based on the question she asked you, she should ask her mom. If her mom is not married, probably the mom is looking for a relationship, but she doesn't know how to aid to her daughter. 2, how old was the mom when she had the first child? Mom didn't have time to explore, to really explore in a very good way. Now this is her time. She should give her mom a second chance.
Thank you so much. Any other person? That is wonderful. Do you know how many questions you posed? That's very critical. You were able to unpack so many things, so many contributing factors that can, but if anybody wants to contribute to this, please.
In addition to that, that is a very good contribution. In addition to that, if your mom, whoever you are, is not actually promiscuous, she's just dressing to be people have various values. Yes. You understand? People feel good in various ways. Let's look at this pandemic of 18 now. It's very depressing. Yeah, you are in your home, you're not doing anything, and the dressing is actually what is making you understand, happy. Yes. And if your mom is not going out with all those people that you feel is embarrassing to you, she's just making herself happy. I do not really see any crime or in that. Allow your mom to dress, allow your mom to be happy. Because it's only one life.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's only one life. The only thing that if she is going after those young boys, those men that you are thinking about, then you have to say, Mom, this really has to stop.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then it will not be it will not become like a risk factor, a high head and risk factor to her. But if she's not, and she just like to dress that way, and she just want to be happy, so
as long as she's comfortable in it.
Exactly. And happy. And somebody like me, me, prestigious. I do not expose myself.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean
dress in a very conservative way. Yes.
Exactly. But I do not dress lousily.
Yes.
Yeah, I do not dress lousily. So that's how people is. That makes me happy. So whatever make your mom happy, please, my dear, let her be happy.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. 1 minute. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Any other person, if you have any contribution to this, please help me out. And this can actually help this person, because she's young too. She's 17 and she sees her mother to be annoying with her dressing. She doesn't love her dressing. And she said because of the way her mom dresses, her mom is attracted to young guys and older guys. So she does not like that at all. And based on what our audience your contributions are really wonderful. I must tell you, I don't even think I have anything better to say than to agree to what both of you have just said. If that is what makes her happy, perfect. She should go ahead, as long as she's not doing anything detrimental to hurt you. Okay? If you're just angry because you feel, oh, why is she like this? According to Elizabeth, she said we should ask if the mom is young. Maybe she gave birth to her when she was 15 or even 16. And now she's 32 or 33. She's still young. Okay, you don't want her to be old, to feel old because you're 17. So we don't know we don't know why you're saying this, but we want you to, if you want us to still deliberate on this issue, let us know if your mom is doing something more than what you just said. If she's dressing and that's the only problem, because of her dressing, that is why you're angry, please let her be, because she needs to be happy. But if she's doing any other thing that we are not aware of that you don't want to disclose, you can let us know so that we know the best way to advise you and what to tell you. But right now, we don't really know what to say than to tell you that, you know what, if she's dressing, if that is what makes her happy, by all means, she should do it. Okay, as long as she's not harming anybody. All right. So that's all I have for you. I want to thank my audience for actually contributing Very well. Thank you so much, Catherine. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. So we are just going to quickly digress to the next, dive into our next question, which I feel is really, really interesting. This person said, this one, I need people's opinion. This is something that is very interesting. Said, please, please don't disclose my name. Of course, I will not. I will not disclose your name. She said, my husband found me in bed with another man in our bedroom. I expected him to shoot both of us right there, but he didn't. He nicely asked my side guy to get dressed and leave. I was shaking to the toe at that moment. He told me to go take a shower. I tried to apologize, but he told me he didn't want to talk about it because there was nothing he can do to reverse what has happened. That was the last time we spoke about it. Ever since that day, he has been nice to me. He buys me flowers and takes me out at least twice a week. Just last week, he took me to shopping and spent 4,400 euro, I think. He is busy organizing a vacation for us overseas before Christmas. My husband is doing everything I want what I want from him as a man. Here is my problem. What he saw last month is eating me every day, especially since he doesn't want to talk about it. I am even losing weight. I expected him to chase me away, punish me, or call a family meeting to report me. He is doing the opposite. I feel like he is planning to do something bad to me. Sometimes I open my eyes at night and find him looking at me. When I ask, he says he's admiring my beauty and thanking God for blessing him with a flame of a woman. I am thinking he's planning to do something to me when we are overseas. Am I being unnecessarily paranoid or too worried? She said, am I being unnecessarily paranoid or too worried? Please, I need your answer, please. This is a big situation. This woman, you can see that she cheated, the husband caught her.
Yeah.
And now the husband is nice to her. The husband is even buying her things. The husband refused to talk about it. The husband is lavishing money on her, saying, oh, you are the best thing that happens to me. The husband will look at her at night and say, oh my God, you're so beautiful. I'm admiring you. Oh my God. And this thing is eating her up. My audience, please, I need your help. Go ahead, Elizabeth.
I will say one more. Hello, audience. I don't want to over dominate. Yeah. I will just say this and I'll watch. Yeah. You know what? According to what you just read, I'm very certain it's like a premeditated act. The man knew, so that's why it's not like a shock. It didn't come like a shock to him. The man knew. The guy might even be the guy's friend, the husband's friend. Go and try my wife. Probably the woman has been doing it. It's not the first time. How could you have the guts?
Yeah.
How could you, as a married woman, you are not ashamed? You bring someone to your matrimonial bed. That is absurd. It's unfair, and I can't fathom that. You know, I haven't said that. The man knows. It's like the man knows. 1, 2. You don't know if the man is not satisfying the woman sexually, you know, or if the guy is impotent. You don't know. The surface is what she's told you. You know, under normal circumstances, even a housemaid, a man will be dating a housemaid. Right? Let me call it loud. A housemaid, not even the wife, not the wife he paid bride price. If the man goes out and sleep with another woman, the housemaid will be upset. You know, to talk of a wife, you know. So I think the man is up to something. This is the third point. The man is up to something. The man might do something tragedy to her. She's not paranoid, or she's got dementia, or she's schizophrenic. No, the man is planning something for her in return. The man wants to win her back. Then the man will do whatever he wants to do. The man is up to something. So to me, if I thought she sleep, close her eyes, one eye's open, one eye's no man will take that. It's even in the Bible, in the book of Proverbs. They said, Proverb 12, if we finish, all of us can go back and look at it. No man, they said the thing that hurts a man most is to see somebody sleeping with his wife. You know, the man saw somebody sleeping with the wife and is pretending nothing is happening. It's like premeditated. I will beg the girl to be very careful. Otherwise, grave is closer to her.
Okay, thank you very much. Any other person?
Okay.
Go ahead, Osama.
Yeah, so for me, I'm going to speak from the perspective of being a guy, and though I'm not married yet, but I believe I can be able to share some insight from the male folk.
Yeah.
So, first of all, I'm going to talk about it in two ways. I'm going to look at it from the perspective of let's come through the perspective of the Bible.
Yes.
Let me use that aspect first of all. When you read that story, the first thing that came to my mind was I was just looking at the picture of we as humans in the sight of God. Just the way the lady brought somebody into our bed. So we have all done terrible things. But on the other hand, God is good and God is faithful.
Yes.
He doesn't count our sins against us.
Yes.
So basically, that is also the teaching that God is telling us to do, that, just the way He has forgiven us, we should also forgive others. Though this sounds too good to be true, that any human being on this planet Earth can be able to overlook that kind of crime. Even in I've come across so many marriage counselors and people who deal with relationships. They always tell you, yes, the Bible says it's not good for any man or woman to separate. But when it comes to things such as violence or things such as adultery, it is basically permissible for you to divorce in cases like that, except you really have a heart of Christ. Like I said, like the way the picture is now, it looks like the man is like Jesus Christ, who has a heart of gold, and he has forgiven the woman totally. It's almost too good to be true.
Yeah.
But at the other hand, we can't still rule out the fact that it could also happen. It could also be true, though very minute. It could also be true that the guy is really forgiving her. But the one that really spooked me most was the aspect of the guy when she wakes up in the middle of the night. The guy is like looking at her sleeping, like just looking at her.
Yeah.
That one is really bad.
A red flag.
That's a red light there. That's something.
Sorry, Sama.
Yes.
Faith segment just said is the man hasn't been good before, but after the incident occurred, the man has changed his behavior towards the woman. And you, if anybody offends, even in the Bible, if we do something, something that is not good, we'll ask for forgiveness and mercy. This lady is trying to say, honey, I'm sorry. Oh, no, don't even talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So we, as human, we should go back, reflect that, oh, is this real? I don't think that is like a fame. It's like an act. So as a man,
exactly. It's right. It's true. Because of course we when some things happen, it's good to sit down and talk it over. Discuss it, iron issues out, which is very important. Yeah. So from the man's side, a lot of things could have gone right or gone wrong. Like we can't tell if the man has recently had some encounters that made him to change, to become better and all of that, and we cannot tell. But on the other hand, as a man, if this kind of issue happens, I pray it doesn't happen. It will never happen. If it happens, it's a no-go area. Like no man on planet Earth will ever accept that. No man on planet Earth. Yes, he might forgive, but to a certain extent, he won't even let the lady stay around. It's most times it ends up in separation, And if I were to advise this lady from the angle of a man, I would say, my dear, run for your life.
Thank you so much. I don't have any other things to say. I have been pondering on the whole. I'm looking at the question. I tell you, I have nothing more to say than to tell her, pick your slippers, pick your shoes, whatever it is, bro, fast as you can. In as much as he doesn't want to talk about it, in every relationship, communication is the key.
Yeah.
So any other person?
Yeah, I want to. Sorry, let me quickly add something to what I said. I'm so sorry for cutting everybody short.
Go ahead.
I will also advise her, before getting to marriage with somebody, at least you should know 1 or 2 or 3 persons that he listens to. If you are able to speak directly with him, you can be able to involve. He should have a mentor or people that he listens to. Somebody more that above him. Try and get those people to talk to him. And of course, she should also be ready to divulge the secret of what she did. It will be part of the process too.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Osama. Thank you. Any other person, please? If you want to contribute to this.
I quite agree with what my 2 speakers have said. If the man is not ready to talk about the issues, even if he's spending thousands of millions of dollars on you, it is still in his mind. It is still in his mind. Whatever he saw that day cannot be erased by anything except the fact that you have a reasonable explanation for him, or maybe he set it up, like Elizabeth has said. But the fact that he even set it up is something else. For me, I can't even trust that kind of a guy to live with him anymore.
The father is even planning vacation.
Vacation. I can't even.
I don't know what to say.
Hello.
Hello. Go ahead.
Hello.
Pat, go ahead.
Pat here. So I agree with what everybody just said just now. Now here's the thing. Just like you said, Faith. If he's not ready to sit down and talk about it, then it's difficult to recover from this whole situation for both of them, right?
Traumatizing.
Then another thing I want to say is why I don't know if the woman is not happy in the marriage. Why? Because sometimes these things happen when people are not happy.
True.
In the marriage or in the relationship, you understand?
Yes.
So most people just like to, because of shame. They like to eat poison because of shame. Yeah. And this is the worst kind of shame ever for her. You understand? And then she's so bold. She doesn't have no regard. Zero regard for her husband. That means she doesn't even love him. To even bring a man to the house.
Yes.
It shows you don't love him. A man you love, you're not gonna do something like that to him. You understand?
Yes.
If you're not happy in the marriage, get out from the marriage. If you find somebody else you're happy with, get out from the marriage and just walk away, with respect. Yes. You know what I mean? Then this guy, I don't trust him. He's up.
Me too.
He's definitely up to no good.
Yes.
You understand? Otherwise, what else can I say? Maybe he's cheating too outside. Do you understand? Because him feeling so comfortable with this situation like this, that means he's cheating too.
Unless they're in an open
relationship, they should let us know.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
They should let us know.
Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead, Tracy.
For me, I'm just going to add a little here, but I think we should focus on the clue that is being given in the story. I think I heard you said euro, right?
Yes.
Euro. And secondly, I'm just going to add to what the last speaker, I was not going to say anything, but I just want us to kind of focus on clue here. Secondly, I don't know if she had mentioned what part of the country, if she's an African person or wherever she's from.
Exactly. I'm not sure.
We don't know that,
but
right?
The reason, I'm suspecting she's an African. I don't know. She said, he should have called for a family meeting. I don't know.
Okay, that's a good
I don't
clue.
know.
And thirdly,
it's just an assumption though.
Okay, that's a clue, right? Thirdly, another focus that I want to bring out too. I don't know what I'm going to say, but the third focus here would be, even though a woman wants to cheat, because it's not in an African nature. If it was a man that has done this, right? it's another conversation entirely. But to hear that a woman did it, it is next to, it's something we don't even talk about. But, and even though it was done, usually that woman go far away to go get it done, usually.
Yeah.
But for her to have the audacity
to bring him home, that is something that is really major there. That means that woman is, I don't just know, right? So what I'm trying to say here, I saw what a brother just contributed, which was amazing, right? Maybe they're in an open relationship. Maybe at some point, I'm feeling maybe this woman has been doing it before over and over again. And now at one point they agreed and said, okay, whatever you've been doing before, let's give our life to Christ, or we have a good job that let go. But because it's in our DNA, I would say, because that woman is, when you say somebody's promiscuous, that's a good example. And all of a sudden, it happened all over again. And now she's expecting the man to react like before, and the man is not reacting. Yes, with all the indication that is there, the man staring at the woman, this can be. On the other case, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Two of them just need to go seek out. If she's waiting for that traditional way for that to happen, that might not happen. So if she thinks she's really, really, really serious, she should take the man for some therapy, for two of them to go. She should invest in that so they can talk to a psychologist and then go into the matter. Other than that, maybe this man does not even have that idea of wanting to hurt her or not. But for me, I feel that woman, I can see with all indication, it's what this woman is so used to doing. That's what she had the infantry to even bring the man home. Did the man travel? It didn't even say the man traveled in this case. No.
So those are the clues I'm trying to see here.
Maybe he was at work. Who knows? Maybe
so
he's.
So bold. I think it's an habit of this woman. It's indication. I think it's an habit because her just going. I've dealt with some cases here myself when I'm working with clients. You know, some of them will say, "Oh, it was in an hotel. They went to another place and things like that." But I've never heard that they brought home or whatever, or the person brought home. This is the first time I'm hearing the instance. And if she thinks she's afraid, she has all the cause in the world to be afraid. But on the other hand, she has to go seek for that help. Go meet a pastor. Go meet a shrink or whatever it is. Because without the indication, the woman has all the blame at this point.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Tracy. So let's go with Boss. She has something to say. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I'm really appreciate what my other fellow sisters have just said. They have really spoken well. My first question was, the last speaker just talked about that. No, the place they are and whatever that motivated that issue. In fact, if you look at it from the other way, it's just it's not a thing that you even sit down to think about. If the man head is better than he saw it with his two eyes, and still he just keeps silent, that very issue will now bring me back to the first issue that we discussed last week that they went back to.
Okay.
Such things normally result
to things like this.
Very, very issues. Mm-hmm. That's just my. But however, she should. I don't know. That's her eyes. She better be keeping it open, because something. If the guy keep quiet, they say silent is the best answer. Give it to a fool. The guy has just called her a fool, and I look at it in the other way around too. My sister has spoken about it just now. It might be an organized crime. Let me put it that way. Maybe the guy organized with this guy to sleep with him, with her.
Yeah, that's true.
If that is not the issue, I don't know.
We are just going to do. We are not going to. We have almost 10 questions, but I'm just going to treat the most important ones. We have.
Thank you. That's my list.
Thank you so much, Boss. Really, really good. Thank you so much. And if she's listening to us, please keep your eyes open. Because clearly you've done something. I'm not judging you. I'm not, you've offended man, you've offended yourself inwardly, you know that. And now you said it's eating you up. I am not judging you. I will advise you, Call your husband. If he refuses to talk about it, go meet people that you know that he fears and tell them. Open what you've done, reveal it to people. You have to confess, make a confession so that you'll be free. Otherwise, what he's doing to you is a silent killer. You said you dropped so much weight. Of course, that's number one. So you need to meet people. Yes, these are all the advices we have for you, but you still have to meet with his family members or his friends and disclose this to them. Okay, that's my advice to you. Otherwise, if you don't want to disclose to them, you just want to stick with our advice, I will advise you run.
And in addition to that, it is only God. It's only God that can forgive and forget. We as humans, we can forgive, but we can never forget. It's part of our memory. It will always be there.
Yes. So thank you very much. Let's quickly go into the next question. 1 second, please. Oh my God, my cell phone just closed up. Okay, this one is another. Okay, please, guys, we are all matured. I didn't want to treat this question last week. We are all matured. I decided to treat it this week because I was thinking maybe this thing is pressing to this person. I overlooked it last week, but please, this is a mature space and we don't have to judge anybody. Please share with us your opinion, please. He said, hi, Faith. This person is also anonymous. This was from last week. I have questions, but I selected few ones, but I've been feeling so guilty. For some reason, I don't know why. I feel maybe this is a pressing issue for this person, and they want us to also talk about it. He said, hi, Faith. I have a serious issue. It has to do with sex. My husband is not performing his conjugal duties very well as a man. Whenever I'm in the mood, he tells me that I'm getting really frustrated. What should I do? I need help because I can't go on like this. Hey. Hello, people. Are my audience there? Please, are you ladies there? Are you guys there? I need help. This is not just about me.
Sorry, Faith, I didn't hear. I think you broke out there a little bit, so I didn't catch your...
I can just read it again. Sorry about that. It said, hi, Faith. I have a serious... his conjugal duties very well as a man. Whenever I'm in the mood, he tells me that he's tired. I'm not sure why, but I am getting really frustrated and I need help because I can't go on like this.
Okay, I can just throw something there maybe to start the conversation going, right?
Thank you very much, Tracy. Yeah.
These things are bound to happen, right? And it can be from different angles, right?
Yeah.
So the question here, because I will also say that this question is vague to the extent of when it comes to sex.
Yeah.
It's tied to psychology, emotion, right? Yes. We don't know what is happening at home, right?
Yes.
It's just like this man, the previous question before this, right? If all of a sudden now the man starts to get turned up from this woman because of what she has done, that is tied to psychology issues. You know what I mean? So that means this man is emotionally tied to what has happened. Because of that, he's no longer interested in this woman. But though he doesn't want to leave the relationship, so he gives different flimsy excuse to say, I don't want to. Because of, in his mind, whenever he's
playing back,
he tried to think of his wife, but he pictures the scenario of, or I've seen him laying with another man. So it's emotional. Another part could be stress. Some people don't know how to handle stress really well. Of course, if you've gone through maybe any head classes or whatever, you will see how stress is relatively tied to performance and all that, right?
Yeah.
So this is instead of her focusing on the end products, I think she should be worried about what is the causal issue in this case. What is the reason why this is happening, right? She should go deal with that. Which I feel that if you dig so well into this, there's always a reason why something has happened. Is it because the man is, another third point might be, the man has another person that is satisfying him, right? So those are the things. So either way, she has to go back. Instead of focusing on just, having this intercourse or whatever with her husband, she should go think of trying to deal with whatever that causal issue is, which can be, is this man stressed? Does he have another affair? Somebody that is, satisfying his urge out there? Or thirdly, have I done something that is making him
turning him off? Yeah.
Even a nagging wife, you might be good in all part of life. You might be a nagging wife. That too can be a reason why. So we have different issues. She didn't give us anything to work on, rather than, or is this man?
I will tell you. So sorry to cut you off.
The last point we say, is he having a medical issue that he's not even comfortable discussing with this woman? And because maybe she's a nagging woman, you're focusing on the outcome. The man is not even comfortable enough to tell her, this is what I'm going through. So those are the things. So I'm sorry to say there's really nothing there other for her to go find and investigate what the reason is. But other than that, it has to be those 4 reasons that I just gave. That might be the reason why.
That's a powerful reason, Tracy. You've just nailed everything. Trust me, because I couldn't have said it better. First and foremost, this woman, when people are when they are trying to, nobody will want to. How do I put it now? If somebody is trying to explain something to you, they don't want to accuse themselves. Okay, they'll play the victim. So this is clearly from the victim side. Okay, so we don't know what transpired beyond closed door. You've listed so many issues that can be the cause of his trying to not to have interest in her and all that. So we don't know. We are just assuming. And again, we've been able to give her a series of advice. So first and foremost, she has to communicate and see what is going on with this man. Because we don't know what is going on. She just told us this, and yes, we are presenting our own advice. Any other person, please? Any other person? If you want to help out, please. It is open.
Just one addition. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Thank you,
what Tracy just said. Thank you for doing justice, Tracy.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a very good answers. I have just 1 or 2 to add in addition to what she just said. I have those answers in my heart before she just said. I said, oh, good. If we look back, the woman is saying the husband is not sleeping with her anymore. Probably she's very dirty.
Oh, hygiene.
Yeah. He has to listen. Yeah,
that's
we are
true.
very
hygiene.
There's no need shying away from it.
That's true.
A lot of men, because if maybe she's really dirty and the man don't know how to say it, she might be the iron woman in the house, so the man is just using avoidance just to but to me, that one is part of it. They should seek a psychologist. Somebody should counsel them.
A counselor.
Somebody, a psychologist here, So that number 1. Number 2, maybe the woman is so big now, fat. The man is using that one to do, I won't be closer to her. Some men, they don't like it. The man has been saying, oh, my wife, can you lose weight? Maybe the woman, it's not everybody that could say, this is what I want. This is not, I don't want. There is not much communication in that marriage. The woman might be so fat, the man is not happy. I'm going to deal with you in that bed. So that's part of it. So as individual, we are all adult, and she's a married woman. The woman should insist, honey, what did I do? Just to talk their way out, or speak to somebody, a member of the family that might help, or wade in and we'll sort the whole thing out.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sister Liz. Thank you. Any other person that wants to contribute? Go ahead,
Kathy. One more thing. The timing also is a very important thing when you during any sexual intercourse or whatever. If the man, I will suggest that she should understand the timing between her and the husband. It's not maybe when the husband is not in the mood, or maybe when the husband just come up being stressed, as Stacy has said, that she start demanding for sex. She should at least try to understand the timing, and if they have to maybe kind of set aside some time, because sometimes the men can be they can be tiring. And by the time he comes back, he's tired and everything, and you're demanding for sex, and he's saying, oh, I am not in the mood. Sometimes find out what time that your husband is most relaxed for sex. I think that one will help her a lot too.
Okay. Sorry, there's to be timetable for sex. If you do reflect back, was that how they were when they started initially? Something is wrong. That shouldn't be. There shouldn't be time. It can just happen.
Yeah. Faith, can I say something? Oh, somebody.
Go ahead. Who is that? Sorry, Who want to say something, please?
Boss, I think everybody have only spoken well. Though. To me, I would just, if she's a lady, probably, and this is the man you marry, something happened before you guys come together. According to my sister, maybe that should go and seek for psychology. But if you take off those part of it, if she's a woman always have their way. If a real woman comes up with either you dress up nicely, go to bed, touch your husband, or you can do something. The man, if he's not a wood, except if the man is a wood, but if he's human, hardly before you see a man that a woman will really turn up, that will say he's not in the mood. Some men, they are quarreling with their wife, but when it comes to that, they don't really care. You understand? After it happens, if they can talk about the quarrel, they can talk about it. If she's a woman, she should do something. Seduce the man.
Yes. Can I add one important scenario?
Yeah, go ahead.
I can give up this scenario right now. Something we're gonna think outside the box, right?
Okay.
It's obvious. Maybe I don't know. Even though they are in the Western world or they are still back home, right? Some women, we don't talk about family planning, right? Which sometimes, just like sex, it's in our culture to shy away from when we talk about family planning. If this woman is the kind of woman that every time she sleeps with her husband, we don't even know how many kids they have now, right?
That's true.
We're going to eliminate cheating or being dirty or being fat and all those things. Maybe that's not what is happening. So maybe every time the man lays with the woman, she gets pregnant. You know what I mean? And maybe now they don't have 5 children that they have to care for. So with more children, more responsibility. You know what I mean? And maybe they have so much projects that they are involved with, right? And the man already psychologically can already understand that my wife does not know what family planning is. So, and now we have to work double hours to take care of the one that is here. That's right. True. And I know if I live with this woman now, she might get pregnant for the 6th child, you know? And maybe every time this man brings up the issue of my wife, I beg, what you they do about family planning? Let's be sincere here, right? She will say, please leave me alone. I am a Christian. Or some, I'm just saying that, you know? So that can also be a factor whereby this man is like, for me to not have the 6th child or how many children they have now, it is better for me to stay away from this woman. You know what I mean? That can also be the issue, right? You are not protecting yourself. You're not taking any precaution to make sure you're not pregnant. And the man knows fully well that you're not doing that. That is another thing that I'm seeing that is happening in most homes, particularly in Nigeria, whereby they don't have any family planning in place. And this man now, they try to avoid their wife from, you know, getting them. Maybe that's the issue. And either way, just as my other sisters, they already said, it is important. It doesn't matter what part of the world is. You got to go seek psychological help. But I also see that is also going to a shrink is something that we're not used to. Hence, homes are breaking up, people are falling apart, and that's why they come to our space and say, let it be anonymous. But this issue is just you really thinking about what are the causal issues that is really here. Whatever it is, you need addition. You can be an expert in this place. And we have to stress it out. We are not an expert
either. We are just, it's clearly an opinion.
We're just giving an opinion. Yes. If you want to get the right support that you need to go seek a better advice. But either way, whatever we all said today, it's very applicable to what she can start doing to make sure that
it's the first steps that will help her. Yeah. Thank you so much, Tracy. I really appreciate that. And we're just quickly going to, because we have too many questions. I'm just going to take one. You know, I think this is more of a teenager. I just want us to quickly look into that. He said, It's a teenager, you can tell. He said, I like this. He said, hi, Faith. I like this guy, and my best friend feels the same way about him. And she told me right to my face she likes him. Meanwhile, I haven't told her I like the same guy. What should I do? Okay, this one is a teenager. I don't know if he's a teenager, but it sounds to me more like a teenager talk. So yeah. I need help. Yeah. Okay. Two friends liking the same person. What should she do? She likes the same guy and her best friend likes the same guy. What is she going to do? But her best friend was bold enough to tell her that I like this guy. And she is in love with this same guy. There is going to be a problem, of course, you know. And maybe our best friend is disclosing everything that, oh, I can't wait to have this guy as my boyfriend or whatever. So should she disclose to her best friend that she's also in love with this guy? Any answer to that, please? We all want a teenager. So what do you guys think? I know my audience, you guys have done a great job. I love this. So, okay, I will say this to this teenager from my end. If this guy, you're liking this guy, I will just say to take off your mind because, of course, your best friend, there'll be a problem, okay? If you're liking the same guy that your best friend likes and your best friend, we don't know if your best friend was the person that met the guy first. I don't know. You're just telling me. But if you both met the same guy at the same time and your best friend told you, oh, I love this guy, I'm in love with him, or we are planning to date, please just take clear and look for somebody else. Okay, you don't want to jeopardize your relationship with your best friend. Okay, so I would advise you just erase that like or that love that you have for that guy, erase it from your heart. Okay, if that guy is for you, he will come for you. That is if he's not dating your best friend though, don't go and snatch that guy from your best friend, otherwise there will be a problem. So that's my advice for you. If you're watching right now, the question you just asked me is that your best friend likes the same guy and you are in love with that same guy. I'll tell you, do not go ahead. Just make sure I know it's hard to erase feeling. Just make sure you clear it out of your mind. Otherwise, there will be problem in your relationship with your friends. I believe you cherish your relationship with your friend more than the person that you don't even know. Okay? So that's my advice for you. Go ahead, sis, please.
Thank you for that. But to me, you don't have to be judgmental. You don't know if they are teenagers, you know.
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Yeah, I've said that.
Yeah.
Two friends, it could be two friends that they admire the same guy. If you tell her, what I will suggest if I were in her shoes, or she's listening wherever she is now, she should let the guy decide. Because if you tell her she should stop, you don't know if it's her that the boy actually likes.
Yeah.
You know, it's love.
That's another truth, but the thing is, that's true. That's what
we're talking about here, right? The guy might actually like her, the girl that sent the question to you. So let's nature take its course.
Okay.
So if the guy likes her, why not? One advice to her, let her say to her friend that, it's like we like the same thing. I actually like this guy. Let this guy do the needful, you know. So if you say, oh, don't do that, at the end of the day, she will live in guilt. Oh, I'm supposed to be in that shoes. I'm supposed to be in that shoes. That would jeopardize her relationship with her friend. Let us ventilate. They say to air is human. Let her ventilate it to her friend. Say to her friend, oh, actually, I'm in love with this guy too. Well, let nature take its course. The guy might actually like her. If she's holding it in her heart, she won't be happy. At the end of the day, the relationship, her best friend, they're going to split. This is just my.
Thank you. That's a very good one. I did think about it that way. Thank you. That's why I said this space is where we can share our opinion. We don't think the same way, right? We see things differently. And that is why we use this space to think and, share from our own perspective. Okay. So from what you've just said, she can benefit from it. And if anyone is listening to us, if you're watching, you have a best friend, you both are in love with the same person. Okay. clearly, Sis Liz, she has been able to, help us with this, and I really love the way you contributed. I love it so much. The fact that you said she should disclose her feelings to her friend that, yes, I'm in love with the same guy, which is really, I didn't think about it that way. You see, we all have different minds. Okay, so that is why this place is, is clearly an opinionated space where we share our own views. Thank you very much. I like that. Any other person? Let's help her, this person. I don't know if he's a teenager or a mature person. I think I was just judging based, I don't know. So yeah, any other person, if you want to help us out, please let us know. Because in this, we are doing this together. Okay, if not, let me go to the, how many minutes do we have? Oh no, we don't really have time. I want to make sure that we utilize the time as said. I started 4:15 and we are going to end by 5:15. It's going to be 1 hour section. So I was a little bit late today. So I want to actually thank all my audience, my viewers, the ones watching live on Facebook. Thank you all. I really want to thank you every Friday. Okay, watch us, Ask Faith segment, and also send us questions. You can inbox us. You can see that this is a platform where you can share your own view. You can join us and also be part of this. Okay, this is not about me. Ask Faith or Faith will ask you. Okay, so you can send us your questions. I actually have phone number. Next week, I'm going to add our WhatsApp number. You can call in as well and participate. We have Zoom link. You can join us 4 p.m. every Friday. All right, so I want to thank my audience. I want to thank those that have been sending us messages. Thank you all. And again, as I've said before, I said this is clearly an opinionated advice. We are not an expert. So if you feel the need to seek an expert, please do so by all means, especially when it has to do with serious issues. Go and meet an expert to help you out. Okay, but we are just giving you all this so that you have something to work with. It's better than having everything in your own head. Okay, so now that you've been able to ask us, we have different advice for you. Then you cannot choose from the advice and utilize it, and that will also help you. Otherwise, you can meet an expert that will help you. Okay, so thank you all for watching. Thank you, my viewers. Thank you for the live audience that are here with me today. I really, really, really appreciate everyone. I would love to see you guys back every Friday on Ask Faith segment. Please go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel on Prestigious Talk Show, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And again, remember, you are not alone. I remain your host, Faith Adodo. Thank you all for watching. Thank you so much. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. 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 Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye. I love you guys. Bye.
Love you more.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Chanel.